All right, in this video, we're going to be disassembling these door handles for this 4th gen Ram, or it could be a Ram Classic, or even, I think the 5th gen 2535, like heavy duty trucks use the same handle. So if you have your handles and they might be green and one of your trucks might be blue, like that 4th gen over there, you might be wanting to paint them or do something or color change or what have you. So in order to do this, obviously you're gonna have to remove the handle. You guys can handle that much. There's 3 Torx screws that hold it on from the backside. But if you're wondering how to disassemble the actual handle, I will have a video for you guys taking these off and removing them, but in this video I'm just going to focus on breaking down the actual handles. So it doesn't matter if they are sensored door handles, so if they have the keyless entry like you see here or not, the construction of the handle is going to be the same, and they're actually reversible, so you can fit them on either side. You'll notice the provisioning on the actual handle itself for whatever side that it might be on, so they can be flipped around pretty easily. But you're gonna see this pin right here. So see how this part here is mushroomed? We have to actually drill that out, and then we're gonna ultimately end up replacing this with a bolt. So let's drill out this so that we can slide this pin out. We're gonna be very careful on our spring here that we don't lose it, and also pay attention to the orientation of the spring, because you will have to insert that. That way your handle springs back into place after you release it. So let's go ahead, I'll grab a drill bit, I'll tell you guys what drill bit size I'm using, and then we will get this pin out. All right, so I just used a 13/64 drill bit, and I just drilled off the mushroomed portion of that. So same as there, I drilled that out, and now what I'm gonna do is slide this screwdriver in place just to make things a little bit easier. So there's the pin, we just slid the pin out. I might see, I don't know, I'm almost interested to see if I could potentially put a screw in the end of that if I drilled it out carefully in a drill press, and then maybe inserted a screw to hold it on the backside. But we can also change out the hardware. We'll decide later on that. But now the door handle is held by my screwdriver here. Again, pay attention to the orientation of the spring, because it's all gonna let go once we take this out. And there we go. We're gonna allow this to come out. The spring is supported on that metal portion there. So there we go. That is that there. And now it looks like that. So yeah, you can just pivot this out. Looks like this is, once you can extend the handle, then that'll come out through here. As far as our wires, looks like we might have to unpin our wire there, so let's do that. Alright, so there's 2 T10s right here, and so you gotta remove them anyways. I want to see if potentially we can not have to take off the electrical connector, so let's see. This is my first time, I'm kind of just doing the disassembly with you guys here as we go. So take out these 2 T10s, and then this should come off of here, and it does. Yeah, that's not gonna come right. So this is, you can see the whole sensor and the button and everything, so we will, it looks like, let's start taking this apart to potentially depin it. It's looking like we're gonna have to do. All right, so this took me a while to figure out, but I'm gonna try to explain it to you guys. So if you guys have ever dealt with Mopar connectors, see that little red deal in there? You have to move that over sideways. So I slid this in the back to hold that red orange tab over, and then you can unlock the tabs how you normally would expect. So then you can put a screwdriver in and unlock each pin, and then it will slide out the back. That took me a while to figure out, but that's how you unlock them. All right, so now I should be able to slide this out. Slide this through the rubber boot here. So just pop off this rubber boot. You're gonna have to feed those through there. Now we can get it off without wrecking anything. So that stays with us. Got that nice piece ready to be painted, and this piece ready to be painted. Okay, the other thing I want to do is, just so our button doesn't get painted also, and just make it easier, this pops off, and that's our button. So now we just have all plastic ready to be painted, both pieces ready to go. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and disassemble the other handle. All right, and there it is, you guys. So everything's completely disassembled. These can get sent off for paint. Doesn't matter if you're doing this because you're trying to do a color change like I am. I ended up getting these green handles really cheap, brand new online, and my truck is blue. So door handles are back from paint, and I just assembled this one because it's been almost a month since I disassembled them, so I just wanted to refresh myself on getting them back together. So this one's the passenger side, doesn't have the keyhole. And it will say R for right on the actual metal piece. I actually slid the original pins in here. I don't think I'm gonna have an issue, guys. I might chance it with it. So I didn't drill them out to the point where they didn't come all the way through the end or anything like that. And I don't see, like, they don't rotate, they don't move whatsoever. So I might risk it, you guys, and just stick the pin in. It is kind of flared at the end. I drilled it out enough to get it out, but it is kind of still mushroomed a little bit at the end, so I don't think it's going to slip out. So anyways, I'm going to chance it that way. If you guys want to try and find the correct size pin or hardware or bolt or however you want to do it, definitely can, but I don't think it's going to be an issue at all, honestly. So anyways, let me show you guys the assembly process. So here they are back. So first step is we're going to put our button back in. So the button is going to go right there. We are going to push this down like so. So that's the button part, and then there's these two pegs right here. So these hook on one side and then it rotates in, and then you have the two screws that go on this side. So let me show you guys that. So here we go, there's the two corresponding pegs. So we're gonna hook those in like that. So those two are coming through there, and then we're gonna rotate it, make sure that these don't pop out, and then you're gonna click it down like that. And then our two Torx screws go back in here. Okay, so two Torx screws are tight. Next is to transfer it on to the base plate of the handle. So you're gonna pass our wires through there. And then we're gonna put the hinge in here. So if you see there, this is the hinge portion. So, and then it's gonna come through the back side, and you're gonna have to rotate it like that. And you will have to kind of squeeze the handle a little bit to get this peg to go back in here. It's not, you know, the handle's kind of hyperextended. It's not used to going way out there. So then that slides back in like that. So now we have something that resembles a handle. And we can start getting this ready. So here's our post. This part sits up. So if our handle's like this, then this thing's going to be sticking up above. So you'll end up seeing it's like this, essentially sticking up above the handle. So the big metal bar sticks above the handle. So that's the way it's going to sit, is like that. So driver's door handle, hopefully you guys can see that. Driver's door handle, this is the left side, that sits above like that. And then we're going to take our spring. So we'll get our spring in place. You can hook this, so this hooks into there on the handle, and then this part of the spring right here, it's going to sit on the metal. Then the other part's going to sit on this ledge. So I'll show you guys. So it's going to wrap right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then you're going to have to put tension on it right there. And put it up onto that ledge. So we'll put some tension on it. And we'll rotate this assembly in like that. And that's it. So now we can slide our post in. So whether you want to use a bolt, I'm not going to judge you, or if you want to attempt reusing yours, like I said, mine are not mine are not sliding out with a lot of ease, so I don't foresee it coming apart, but I'll leave that up to you guys. All right, and we are all the way in. So there we go. Here's our operation of our handle. All right, so I changed my mind. I went ahead and bought some bolts, and I got a nylon lock nut, and then I also have washers for these. So these are a beautiful fit, in my opinion, of the original post. These are a M4 by 50, and it's a 70 pitch. So these are a beautiful fit. So the threaded part's only on the end, and we've got this nice shoulder of the bolt all the way through on the hinge portion. So if you guys want to do that, like I said, M4 by 50 millimeters and 70 pitch, and then get yourself a nylon lock nut. So now let's go ahead and install our new bolt and get this on here. All right, guys, so door handles are fully assembled. We've got those bolts in there, and those bolts fit beautifully. So don't go too crazy on the bolts. Don't tighten them down too much. You want everything to still be able to move freely, but those spec bolts worked perfectly. So there you go. And if you're wondering what we're doing here, I mean, you guys could just be putting color matched door handles on your truck, and maybe you guys just had the unpainted or even chrome versions like this, and you want to disassemble your door handles. But what we're doing on this particular truck is, it is a base model truck, or originally started off that. It's far from base now, but we're going to be putting these on, and we're going to be programming everything, putting full keyless on this truck, because it is now a complete Hellcat swap. So if you guys are interested in that, also I'm doing the color match mirror conversion, so definitely subscribe. I've got the stuff sitting here. So did the same process. I bought mirrors, sport mirrors that were red, got them painted blue. I'll have that footage for you guys as well, and got them off of Marketplace and then disassembled them, painted them. So I'll have that content for you guys as well. But if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and I'm going to be doing a separate video of us installing these, getting everything converted over. So definitely want to stick around for that. So thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next video.